If you're managing a large amount of CMS content, Framer lacks the capabilities to add powerful search and filtering to your website. Until now. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can add advanced and dynamic CMS filtering to your Framer site. Let's go. Okay, so I have a bit of a Framer project set up here, and I have a bunch of locations of some potential holiday destinations, which I also have set up in my CMS through a listings collection, which actually features the house itself, as well as a country collection, which I'm using as a reference field here inside my CMS. Now, this is great and all, but let's say we have 10 times, 20 times the amount of items. How's someone actually going to be able to filter and search between all of these in a really simple way? Well, when we select a collection list here in Framer, we do have some default sorting, filtering, and pagination options out of the bat. The problem with this is, let's say we set a filter and we set the filter to be, say, the country, and then we set the country to be equals, and then we select the value to be USA. This is great and all, but the problem is we can't let a user dynamically choose what they want to filter in or out. It's very static. We, as the website host, has to decide what somebody sees or doesn't see. So how do we actually make this dynamic for a user? Well, we're actually going to use the Superfields plugin, which I'll link to down below, but you can open this in Framer by going to the plugins icon at the bottom here and searching for Superfields. Now open this up and you'll see that we can add a bunch of CMS power-ups to our website. Now we'll cover a couple today. We won't cover all of them, but as you can see, we can do filtering, advanced pagination, favoriting, so letting someone bookmark your item, real-time search, masonry layout, social sharing, randomization, counting CMS items, and sorting. Now, let's actually use the filtering component because it's by far the most powerful one here. So what I'm going to do is actually just click on this, and we're going to add this Superfields component to the canvas here. So we'll just press on add, and let's just continue just for the minutes. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this CMS collection list here, and we're going to move it off the canvas. So that means off our page, just to the side here. And we'll just leave it here for now. And now I'm going to take this Superfields component and I'm going to drag that into basically where my CMS collection was. So we'll put that inside of here. So it should go inside my container. And we'll set the width of this to be fill. Now, what I'm actually going to do here is actually take this collection list and we're going to tie it to this CMS item. Now, what I'm going to do here is actually take this collection list and I'm going to take these three dots here and I'm going to connect it to my listings collection, and we'll make that the collection list. So now you can see that this collection list here is actually appearing on the canvas. Now, the next step is we want to add the actual filtering component itself. So we'll just click on next here and we'll add that to our canvas. So now that we've got this little filtering component set up, what we'll do is we'll actually move it in between our heading here and our Superfields component. Actually, let's put it inside of this heading here, just like so. Now, under this component settings, there's a few different things that we want to tweak. Firstly, we actually want to connect this to a collection list so it knows what to filter between. So if we select on collection here, we'll be able to select that listings collection since it sits off the canvas. And then we can go into setup here and we can choose what we actually want a user to filter by. Now, what's really important here is that we set the field name to be exactly as it's written inside the CMS. So for example, if we want to filter by the price, we actually need to write price exactly how it's written here with a capital P. Now we can also filter by a reference or multi-reference field in Framer 2. So in this case, country. So what I might actually do is go back to my setup here and we're going to type the field name to be country, again, exactly how it's written. And we're going to set the field type to be a reference field. Now we also need to set the reference field for what it's called in the CMS too. So in this case, the title is the field that I want to reference here inside my countries collection list. So if I go back here, you'll notice that that is already set. Okay, so now if I actually click on preview and select this drop down called all, you'll see now I have all the different options from my country CMS collection. And then say if I select New Zealand, it's actually going to filter out all the items except the New Zealand ones. So this is really powerful. I can select USA, I can select Greece, and it's going to just filter in between. Now, one of the important things to note here too for the Superfields plugin to actually detect content within your CMS collection is that it can't be a component inside your CMS items here. It just has to be kind of static Framer so it can actually read these sort of content here on the page, which is essentially how it's pulling across. Now, we have some options here for styling as well. So for example, if we want to change this to be buttons, so we actually get a full list, we can do that here. And as you can see, everything's quite dynamic. We can also change the styling here as well to make it look exactly on brand. So maybe we set the color on to be black, and let's actually reduce the radius here as well. So let's say set that to be 4 pixels. We can also enable multi-select, so if we want someone to be able to filter between multiple options at the same time, we can do that too. So for example, I might be looking at, say, New Zealand and USA, and as you can see, there's actually nothing showing here because there's no items found with both those options attached. But the great thing about Superfields 2 is we can actually design an empty state. Now, an empty state is what we show when there's no results found. Now, this can just be another frame on the canvas, and it can be anything in Framer. So I'm just going to draw a new frame here off to the side. And we won't make this super pretty, but we'll do our best. So I'll just kind of give this a bit of a background color. Let's add a bit of a radius here as well. Maybe make that a little bit larger. And we'll call this our empty state. Now, inside here, I could have some text, which is like no results found, sad face. Maybe we bring down this text size just a little bit. And then essentially what we can do is if we go back to this main Superfields component, we can now connect that empty state. So we might want it to be, say, our empty state here. And then when I preview this and I try to do a filtering that doesn't have any options, now we're actually showing that empty state. Now, the great thing about Superfields is that I can actually stack multiple filters and power-ups together. So if I open, say, the Superfields plugin again, and let's say we add the sorting component. So I'm actually going to skip that since I've already got the main collection here. So we'll add that component to the canvas. And then let's actually group these filters together. So I'm going to put them inside their own frame, and we'll set the width to be auto, and we'll change the direction to be horizontal. So if I go into this sorting component here and go to options, I could sort by a CMS field. So we'll have an option here to sort by A to Z, and then we might have another option. So we'll go and call this title again, but this time we might sort from Z to A. So reverse in the alphabet, whatever you call that. So I might call this title as the field name because that's what it is in the CMS. And then the display option might be Z to A. So now you'll see we've got 2 options to filter by, and you can add as many of these as you want. But when I select Z to A, you'll notice that everything now reverses quite nicely. And then again, say if I select a filter like New Zealand, that's going to show, and then I can switch the filters. So it's really easy to stack these things together. Now we can also add a reset button here too. So if I go back into the filtering one and just click skip a couple of times, now I can add the filters button. So I'll add that in here and I'll put that inside my stack here. And there's nothing really we have to do here. We've got some styling options if we want it. But essentially when I kind of have my filters selected, I can just simply click on reset filters and everything's just going to reset like so. So as you can see, this gets quite powerful. Now, the other thing, if I wanted to add to, might be real-time search. And again, there's a ton you can play around with here, but let's just add real-time search quickly. So I'm gonna add that component to the canvas. So as you can see, it's added in here. I'm just gonna change the size of this just a little bit. It's a little bit too big. Now, inside this search component here, if I press on fields, I can actually choose what I want to scope that search to. So in this case, we're going to search it by the actual field name. So the actual title of the listing. Now I can also do this to be to the country as well. So say if I selected this search bar, go to fields, I could add another scope here, which is going to be a reference field, and the field name is going to be country. And then inside my CMS here, the reference field name will be title. So to clarify here, under our listings collection, we have the country, which is all these here. But then in our countries collection, it's called title. So we just need to make sure that's specified here. So when I preview this, I could search for, say, Blue Horizon, and it's going to show up here. But I could also search for New Zealand, and it's going to show up here as well. But if I write something that might not be correct, then it's not going to show at all. And again, all these stack together. So I might search for, say, coral, but when I filter by Greece, no items are going to be found. Or I can search by, say, New Zealand, remove this here, but maybe we're filtering by Z to A, and then I'm searching based on this. So I might go sunset, but if I search something for like moon, nothing's going to be shown. And that's how you add powerful dynamic filtering to your Framer CMS. As you can imagine, if you're dealing with a lot of CMS content, this can be really quite powerful. Now, if you want to use this, you can get the Superfields plugin. I'll leave all the information down below, but it's always accessible in Framer by going to the plugins tab and then just searching for Superfields. If you enjoyed this Framer tutorial and you want more videos just like it, consider subscribing to the channel because we're putting out new Framer tutorials every single week. But until next time, I'll catch you later.